see. Dexterity, plus d20, plus hit modifier, minus enemies Thaco, carry the 1, and...
Oh, hi there. Welcome to pretty much the only way to feed your role-playing Jones, circa 1980. Tabletop games like Dungeons & Dragons were it for folks looking to have epic fantasy adventures. That is, until one name changed the game. Wizardry. Widely recognized as the first commercially available computer role-playing game, Wizardry is the seed that has led to the Mass Effects and the Witchers of today. And it's all thanks to one mind-blowing piece of technology. That's right, the personal computer. It may look clunky now, but these things changed the way people lived their lives in the last third of the 20th century. And gaming would be a big part of why and how. And given the Venn diagram synergy between early embracers of PCs and the kind of nerds, love you guys, who get way into tabletop RPGs, it shouldn't be surprising that the two crossed over. Enter Andrew Greenberg and Robert Woodhead. In 1978, the Cornell University computer science grad student and software entrepreneur respectively came together to realize a dream. To take the kind of CRPG experience that was currently being played out on university-based mainframe systems like Play-Doh and bring it to the masses. Up to that point, home computer gaming was dominated by text-based adventure games like the legendary Zork. But Greenberg and Woodhead knew there was an audience out there hungry for something deeper. They just had to figure out how to make it. The technical limitations of the era were real, with programming languages like BASIC and very limited memory and storage restricting the building of complex systems. Yeah, this thing holds a whopping 160 kilobytes of data, less than 1/1,000,000th the capacity of your average smartphone. Fortunately, Greenberg found what he was looking for in Apple's Pascal and was able to craft the foundation of what would become Wizardry, a melding of first-person dungeon crawling with the kind of stat-based character management D&D players loved. In a next-level move at the time, it would combine wireframe, first-person dungeon and monster graphics with text, allowing both a level of visual effects and a depth of play never before seen on home consoles. And thus was born Wizardry, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. A prototype version was shown at the New York Personal Computer Expo in November of 1980. Excitement started to build, with many attendees asking to purchase the game on the spot. But with the tech still in development, Greenberg and Woodhead would take the time to blaze another frontier in gaming: playtesting. Enlisting their friends and fellow D&D fans, they'd spend time honing and balancing the game's systems at a level not often employed by developers of the time, leading to a gameplay experience that had been put through the ringer before it even hit shelves. When it finally arrived in September of 1981, the reception was rapturous. Computer-owning RPG fans flocked, perhaps wooed at least partially by Wizardry's slick packaging. The manual was illustrated by Will McLean, who'd also worked on D&D's Dungeon Master's Guide. But it was more than that. Wizardry's super advanced graphics, remember, most popular games were entirely text-based back then, and intricate role-playing systems really brought the tabletop RPG experience home. Players could command a party of up to 6 characters of various races, alignments, and classes, delve dungeons, and face down hideous monsters with the computer doing the work usually done by a dungeon master. It may seem basic to us, but at the time, it was a revolution. it was also maddeningly, hair-pullingly, blood pressure-raisingly hard. I mean, like, harder than Master Ninja mode on Ninja Gaiden hard. Like, harder than Bloodborne and all the Dark Souls games combined hard. Save points? Ha! Wizardry only let you save outside of a dungeon, making every trip into a labyrinth a nail-biter. Resurrection? Nope. If your party died at the tentacles of a slime in Wizardry's dungeons, it was goodbye, intrepid adventurers. Although, the game was nice enough to let you recover their items. Its legendary difficulty even led to the rise of an early mod market with services like Wiz Plus and Wiz Fix, allowing players to tweak the back end to better face the game's many challenges. But players loved it. Just 2 months after its release, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord was the second best-selling Apple II program, behind only the edge-of-your-seat thrill ride that was the spreadsheet program VisiCalc, and it would go on to be the best-selling computer game of its time. Along with Ultima from Richard Garriott, it would launch a franchise, establish computer role-playing gaming as a thing, spawn a host of imitators like Bard's Tale and Might and Magic, and lead to an RPG arms race that would take us through the development of epic fantasy worlds, the now classic Gold Box series, action RPG colossi like Diablo, and into the era of massively multiplayer universes like World of Warcraft. Whew! Not bad for some white wireframe lines on a black background, right? Do you remember Wizardry? What is your favorite old school computer RPG? Let us know in the comments. And thank you for watching.